Hello guys, this is Mary from Let's Bake and Decorate Your Cake. So today guys, I am not going to bake a cake and I'm not going to decorate a cake. Today I am working on making some dinner for me and James, and one of my sons here. I don't know if he's going to stay here, but I'm going to make enough for all of us. So I'll tell you what I did. I went to the grocery store the other day and I decided to buy me a package of chicken thighs. I got me, I think they're 4 pieces, like for $6 or something, real economical. So I'm going to show you how I put this together. What we're making here is nothing more than chicken with gravy. And all I did is when I got ready, I got me a pot and I added some water and I threw my 4 pieces of chicken breast, it was like that, chicken thighs or something. Throw them in there in the stove, let it boil. You can boil in like 30 minutes, and you can leave it longer, guys. And you can get a little fork after 30 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever you want to do. It don't matter, just don't run it wrong. And you check the inside, make sure don't have no blood, and you might even want to pinch it, see if it's tender, it's to your liking. It's always to your liking because you're the baker, okay? So once I got done, turned it off, threw the water in the sink, and put the pieces of chickens in here. I put this aside, I let it go, I walk away, do something else, let this thing get cold so I don't burn myself. So once I got done, guys, I started deboning it. Here is the pieces that I deboned. So a lot of people love the skin, and if you like it, hey, that's more power to you. Just cut it off. I cut them in little pieces so that when you bite it, it's fine. And then I debone the chicken like this. Try your best to take all the bones out because sometimes they stay behind. So I'm gonna put this aside, and I'm gonna talk to you about what I do, how I put it together. So what I do is once I get apart, when you debone it, if these are too big, this is when you get the knife. Where's my knife? You get the knife and cut it to sizes. I'm not particular, guys. Some are gonna be big, some are gonna be small. It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. Okay. So you put this. So when you're finished, you put this aside. I'm gonna put this aside for just a minute. Now I'm gonna talk about what spices I use. I like onions. I love to cook with onions. A lot of people don't like the taste of onion, and that's okay. Only if you like it. If this one, guys, was a very big onion like that, so I only use half. So as you can see, I cut in half, and then I put it in my little bowl here, and I cut them in big pieces. Let me show you. They're pretty big pieces. I do that deliberately, guys, because when I am cooking my chicken in my skillet, I like it to caramelize, meaning that it's going to shrink and get smaller. That way, if you have kids and they don't like it or they won't eat it, you can get a little bowl and get a fork or whatever and toss them, and they've already got all the nutrients from the onion. I also, with that, I love when I'm able or I have it, I love putting one of those bell peppers. I don't care if it's the yellow one, the red one, the green one. My preference is color green. I will cut it in half. The bell peppers inside have seeds, so I remove all the seeds, push them in the trash, and I start cutting it about that size too. So this is what I do. When I already chopped off my chicken, got my lettuce, got my onion, got my bell pepper, cut it up. I get my skillet and I put like a teaspoon. People put more than that. I tried not to put too much oil in there, so everything is to your tasting. There's nothing wrong or right, as long as you don't put too much. So you put like a teaspoon of cooking oil in your pan. Get your chicken and toss it in your pan. Get your other thing, put your onion and your bell pepper in there, and start mixing it until the onion and the bell pepper starts caramelizing, about 10 minutes or so. Right away it happens. So once that gets done, what I do next, actually, I'll put this aside, but I'm going to show you this. This is, by the way, in a minute I'm going to show you this. This is one of my secret ingredients. So once I do that, Cooked it for about 10 minutes. I'll go to my cabinet and get me the all-purpose flour, the handy-dandy tool that you need around the house. I put at least between two big, not teaspoons, but tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and I dump it inside my skillet. Sometimes I'll even put 3 big, depends on how thick I want my gravy. So I put that, and I stand next to my skillet, and I'm mixing it all together, because what I'm trying to achieve, I'm trying to make, to cook or brown, really not cook, but maybe brown the flour a little bit. And the longer you stand there, the darker that flour is gonna get. So it's your preference. You can stay there, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever you like. But once you see the flour turns color, that's when you get at least get a glass. Unless you want to be specific and do exactly what I say, you can get a cup of water or a cup of milk. Now, some people will tell you, they will swear with everything they have, that the gravy tastes better with the milk. I've been cooking and baking forever. I'm telling you what, with all the spices that I put, I can't even tell a difference. And I think for me, when I add the milk, it gets thicker. But even then, if you put in the flour, it's going to get thick enough anyway. So for me, if I don't have milk, I'll put the water. I'll put a cup of water. And sometimes I'll need to put a cup and a half. And how do you know? Because if the darn gravy is too thick, guys, that means you have to add more water. And then you do this with a spoon. Say, ooh, that one looks like from the Thanksgiving. That's how you know. Okay, simple. Not hard. It's not hard at all. And some people, some people, I don't know why, but they have trouble making even gravy. And I would think the reason for that is because when they brown the gravy, they get the glass and they just, you can't do that, guys. You gotta get your glass of water. So here's my pan, here's my spoon. I'm gonna put a little bit of time, mix it all together, and do it again. Do it like this. That way, what you're trying to achieve, you want to make sure you don't get any, lumps in there. Okay. So once you do that, this is where my special ingredient comes in. Let me get closer so y'all guys can see it. Okay. See it? They have, this one's called caldo de res. Well, and this one, because it's chicken, right? I'm not gonna use that. There's one just like that, but it's made for chicken, and I like that one because I'm cooking chicken, right? So I'm gonna use that. I normally put like a half a teaspoon. Sometimes I'll go and put a whole darn spoon there. Why? Because I made a lot of gravy. So what you do, the right and wrong way, or the right way, so you will know, is when you put the half a teaspoon in there, if it doesn't taste like it's strong enough, golly, common sense, put a little bit more at a time. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This is your deal. You can do it. And if you accidentally put anything that I tell you, you put too much, you go, oh, put more water and it'll fix it. Water fixes everything. So I put between a teaspoon to a spoon of this. I put about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And yes, people get garlics and they grind the hell out of all this stuff, comino and I do, if I have it, I do it, I'll do it. But to be honest with you, I just buy the darn bottles of spices that are already like a powder. So I'll get a spoon, get the garlic, I'll get another half a teaspoon of pepper. I might get a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. And then, of course, you have this. And you can put comino. So if you have comino, put a half a teaspoon of comino in there. And now you have your gravy. You have all that. Mix it around. Give it, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes, depending on how, it doesn't matter. You'll know, trust me, because it's when the gravy, because see, the food's already completely done. All you're doing is the gravy. The gravy doesn't take long. But you're working with it. You're working it because you want to get the thickness of the gravy, and you want it to taste the way you want it to taste. So anyway, if you have any questions, please, send me a message. That's why I'm here. I have a group. It's called Let's Bake and Decorate Your Cake. But guys, I teach you how to cook, how to bake, how to wash clothes, how to put a button, how to do a lot of stuff. Why do I do this? Why does Miss Mary do this? Well, I do it because years ago, I came to realize, because God blessed me with 1,000 billion kids, and out of necessity, I had to learn to do a lot of stuff. But I noticed as I was getting older, a lot of mamas have to work all day long, so they don't know how to cook anymore. They don't know how to iron clothes. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get daring, and I'm gonna start making little videos, and I'm gonna try to explain on what I'm doing, in case you want to learn how to do this. And that's okay. If you want to learn how to make refried beans, or if you want to learn how to make enchiladas, crispy tacos, I'm not saying that I know everything. That's not true. They're just saying that I like being in the kitchen, and if I know how to do it and you want to learn, ask me. That's why I'm here. So I hope you have an amazing day, and like always, God bless everyone. Bye-bye. Till next time.